Don't sell yourself short. I could have easily seen you doing something big time in the WWE for sure. But no matter what, the single greatest accomplishment that you ever had, the WWE and WWF, in my eyes, was taking that tag from me and going into the ring against the Quebecers. So you took the finish and I didn't have to. Go ahead and tell that story.
Oh, man. So Mike and I, we do TV back in the day, and the day before we wrestled
That's how
the
you
Quebecers.
started, by the way, back then. That's how you broke in. I mean, that's how it was.
Yeah, I'm in my garage right now. It's like 150 degrees. So if you see me doing this,
you're good. Yeah.
So the day before we saw them do the tower,
and we were
just
like, oh,
kill the guy. I
mean, Pierre's 280, right? And he's coming from the sky. If everybody knows what it is, the Quebecers' old finisher, and they use it on job guys on TV. And I'm standing right next to Mike while we're watching this.
And he's very green at the time. He's very green.
But he's a great guy. It wasn't his fault. Yeah.
So we see our names, we go up to him, and Jacques talking to us, like a used car salesman. Saying,
the next day, yes.
The next day, yeah, when we had to work with them. Oh, if I miss you at this move, which they missed nothing, just sell it. Just sell the shit out of it, and the camera will get a different angle, and you guys will be fine. Oh, so who wants to take the finish? And we're like, I didn't want to, and you didn't want to, but neither one of us wanted to say he will. So you go, I'll start the match. And I'm like,
because I was trying to figure out in my head mathematically the formula, running it through my head. Okay, what's the number of tags they're really going to give us? They're not going to give us 3. They're not going to have me start, tag Mike, he gets something, and biffs one of them to tag me back in again. And I'm like, oh, I'll start. And I knew. I'm like, oh, shit, I think I just got out of it. So yeah, that's on YouTube, I'm sure. Mike Moraldo and Mike Bucci against the Quebecers. You can find it. Go ahead, tell them what happened.
They killed me. It was brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Did you break your ribs on that? You had to have.
I was messed up for a couple of days.
I just remember being on the cell. I think I took a leg sweep thing or something. I get wiped out. I'm on the ground selling on the outside, just looking. And I remember seeing Pierre come off, and he landed on Mike and literally bounced. Pierre bounced off him, and we were driving home. I just remember, and you're like, I couldn't breathe. Your ribs hurt. I was like, holy shit. But it wasn't as bad. Look, man, I don't care how bad you got hurt against Pierre, and it sucked.
I know where you're going.
Wasn't as bad as what Danny got against Yoko. So, I mean, but listen, anybody who's wondering about this, so back in the day when you started, a lot of times your trainer, when TV was in the area, the office would reach out, and our trainer was, the legendary Mike Sharp, and the office would reach out to Mike and say, hey, we're going to be in White Plains. We're going to be in Poughkeepsie. We're going to be here. Can you bring up guys? Because wrestling was on, I can't believe I have to explain this, but to maybe your younger fans, wrestling was all about Saturday mornings and Saturday night 6:05. So WWE's time slot was Saturday mornings. And the Monday Night Raw came a little bit later, but we would go up there and it would say like superstar versus so-and-so. And they were enhancement matches. And that's how you broke in the business. You went up there and paid dues. You were green. You did not go in the back and shout out to Brian Clark, Adam Bomb. I didn't get to sit with Adam Bomb and talk over a match and how we were going to start off and how I was going to shine. It was like, hey kid, what do you do well? I can throw a drop kick. Okay, great. I didn't get to talk over my match with Ludwig Borga. I'll tell you that. But
that was that clothesline, Mike.
Yeah, that was all she wrote. But I mean, that's how you started. And you went up there and paid dues. You got your clock cleaned. You remember what our pay was per night? I do.
150.
150 from Arnie. You go in the side. Arnold Skolin was sitting there with his cigar. Hey, how you doing, kid? And Tony Gurria, hey, Michael Bucci, how you doing? Hey, Mike. And you got your payday, and then we went around and we were extras. But that's how Matt and Jeff started too. Matt and Jeff started like that. PJ started like that. DeVito started like that. A bunch of guys. That's how you broke into business. You did not go to wrestling school for 6 months, if that, and then create this character and theme and go out on a show and start winning belts. And I'm not, but now it doesn't have to be like that anymore. You could be an unknown off the street and get signed. You go to NXT, and in 6 months, you could be drawing money for the company and be the next prodigy. And that's awesome. It's a different landscape today. No, and it is what it is.